Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kobe and this is SkyTech Digital. Now in this video I'm going to show you how you can be able to create this amazing one-page website. So this is just a one-page website over here. As you can see, just one page. Now all the header items over here connect to the sessions on this website. So if I click on about page or about, it will send me to this session over here. And if I click on services also, it's going to send me to the services over here. And if I click on portfolio, it's going to send me to the portfolio over here. And if I click on testimonials, it's going to take me to the testimonial session. And then the last one is the contact. It will also take me to the contact session. Now if I click on get started, it will still bring me to what? The contact section over here. So this is just a one-page website with a transparent header and then a footer, a small footer over here. Now I'm going to show you how I build this page using Elementor for free. So I didn't buy anything. All I used was Elementor free version, and I built this website from scratch. So if you are new over here and you want to learn more about web design, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. In this channel, what we do is we give you tips and tricks, and then we help you design a website that can help boost your your business brand and other stuff. So if you are ready, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is to build this website. We're going to build this website on this particular website over here. So as you can see, this is a complete new website, a new installation of WordPress that I've installed, and then there's nothing on it, just this 2023 theme installed on it. So we're going to build this one from scratch. Okay, so we will be building this particular website, this one, as you see over here. We're going to build it on this particular website over here. Now to follow this tutorial, all what you need is installed WordPress, and then you need Elementor installed. And then when you install Elementor, also make sure that you activate Elementor containers and then nested element, so that we can be able to use to you can be able to follow this tutorial. So I'll go into details about all those things, and I'll show you how you can be able to activate all those things also. So like I'm saying, all what you need is WordPress installed on your on your computer or on your domain, and then you can follow. Now if you don't have a WordPress and you don't know how to install WordPress, I'll leave a link in the description, and then it will help you, it will guide you how you can be able to install WordPress on your domain, and then also install WordPress on your computer. Now also if you want any domain, if you want to buy any domain, or if you want to buy any hosting services, now you can type in skytechdigital.com/namecheap. Go over to this particular website. Now leave a link in the description over there, and then you can be able to buy any domain name and then any hosting services that you want to help you also follow this tutorial to get your website live. Now of course you're gonna get cheap domain and then cheap hosting. Now I talk about cheap domain and cheap hosting. Basically, if you want a domain, you can get a domain as low as 5.98 USD. Okay, so that is it. For a whole year you're gonna pay 5.98 USD, and then for hosting a whole year you will not even pay. So let's check it out over here. As we are here, just check it out. So for a whole year you are going to pay around for the first year you're going to pay 22.88. Okay, so if you want to get a complete website done for yourself, I mean, like you are doing it yourself, you buy this 22.88 USD plus your 5.98 USD. I'm not sure it's going to be like $30. No, it's going to be around $29 or so, and then you can be able to what get a complete website for yourself. Okay, now I mean that, like, if you are designing it for yourself, I mean, when you spend almost $30 for hosting and domain, it's cheap. It's cheap. People spend thousands of dollars just to get a website done. I'm going to show you how you can create a website for free. All what you need to do is to just get a domain and a hosting. If you don't know how to get it, I'll leave a link in the description for you, and then it will guide you through how you can be able to buy domain and hosting for yourself, and then you can be able to follow this tutorial along. Now, without wasting my time, let's get into the designing aspect of this particular website. So like I told you, install WordPress on your website, and then let's get going. So I'm going to go to my dashboard over here. Now this is my WordPress dashboard. This is the new installed WordPress that I have. Now, as you can see, if you go to plugins over here, I'm not sure I have any plugins installed here. I don't have any plugins installed over here. But if you go to themes, I have some themes already installed, and then I'm going to use some particular themes that I want to use. So I'm going to delete some of these themes over here because I wouldn't need them. Okay, I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to delete this one also. Now these are all WordPress default theme, but this one is not a default theme. I installed it to test something. So Ocean WP, Cadence, which is the one that we are going to use, but I want to delete it and then help you install it if you don't know how to install a theme on your website. So I'm going to leave this one over here, and then we'll go ahead and then install a theme. Okay, so we're going to install a theme. So we're going to go to add new over here, and then install a new theme that we're going to use to build our completely one-page website. So we're going to search for Cadence. So make sure that you search for Cadence theme, and then the first one that pops up. Oh, okay, so let's see. Did I spell it wrongly? Yeah, it was correct. So I don't know why it didn't come. So this is what the Cadence theme that we're talking about. So KADNC. Okay, so the Cadence theme. So just click on install over here. Just click on install, and then when it is installed, just click on activate. So that activates. So that is the theme that we're going to use to build our website. Okay, so we're going to use this theme to build our website. Now that you have activated it, we will also go ahead to install and activate some plugins. That is the page builder that we're going to use to build the whole complete page. Okay, so I'm going to install two plugins. One is a page builder, and then one is for building a contact form. Now if you look at this web page over here, or the website over here, if you scroll down over here, this is what the contact form. We use a plugin to install to build this website. Now of course, aside the contact form plugin, the only plugin we are using is Elementor. Okay, so I'm going to go over here, and then I'll go to plugins over here, and then click on add new over here, and then install the two plugins that I'm talking about. So I'm going to search for Elementor. So make sure that you search for Elementor page builder or website builder, and then the first one that pops up, just click on install over here. Okay guys, so we have installed it. Now I'm not going to activate it yet because I want to install another plugin also. So I want to install I'm just going to type in form. Okay, and I'm going to install the WP forms. Okay, that is what I'm going to install. So contact form by WP forms, exactly what I need. So I'm going to click on what install now. Okay, so now that I've installed these two plugins, now go to installed plugins over here. So as you can see, this place install plugins. Now as you can see, I have these two plugins installed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this, check on this place, and then click on bulk actions, and then click on activate, and then click on apply. So I want to activate all the two plugins at a go, so that I can use it to design my website. So as you can see, all these two plugins are installed successfully and it is ready to go. So now that we have installed these two plugins, now I want to do some few settings. Okay, so I want to go to settings over here, go to general. Now what I want to do is I want to change my site title. So I just want to make it web design. Okay, so I'm creating this particular website which is for web design digital marketing services who need a small website for your for your business. Okay, now of course this is not just for web design and marketing digital marketers only. You can use it for any particular website niche that you want. Okay, so basically for now this is what I want. So I'm just going to type here web design and digital marketing. Okay, so I think I'm good to go. Everything is okay for me. All what I need to do is click on save changes. Okay, so now that I've done my settings that I need, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to permalinks over here and then set the permalinks to post name. Okay, so now with a post name I want it to be very simple permalinks. That is why, so just my site URL and then also slash my post. It could be the page, it could be the post, any post or any blog post that I post on it. Okay, so just set it to post name, not post name. Now this is basically for SEO purposes, so that search engines will not be confused whenever somebody is searching things online. Okay, they just direct them to your website straight away. So click on save changes over here. Okay guys, so now that I have set up my permalinks, set up my site settings and other stuff, I think I am ready to start creating a page. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one page, just one page. Okay, so I'm going to click on add new page over here. Okay guys, so I'm going to close this one and then just type in home. Okay, so that is the only page that I'll be using. Okay, so that is the only page that I'll be using. Now with this one I'm going to change the template from default template to Elementor full width. So I'm going to click on Elementor full width over here and then I'm going to click on publish. Okay, so my page is published. Now if I want to view the page in a new tab, this is how it's going to be like. It's going to be like this. Okay, so this is my page. Yeah, very good. So it's going to be even though I've created a home page for it, it's still going to be my site name slash the home. Okay, so now if I want to change this one and make this place specifically my home page, now all what I need to do is just to go back to the dashboard over here. Let me exit the full screen mode so that we can see the side menus over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to settings over here and then under settings I'm going to look for reading. Okay, so I'll click on reading over here and then with the reading you see your home page displays. Now for now our home page displays was static post. Okay, so latest post. So now we want to change it from the latest post to static page. Okay, so we're going to click on this one and then we will have to set our home page. Okay, so what is the page that we want to call home? And the page that we want to call home is the home. Okay, this particular one, this is our front page. Okay, so just click on select the front home and then just click on save changes over here. So now our home is now our front page. Now if I go over here and then refresh the website, now as you can see there is no /home. Okay, it is just our website name because now the website recognizes this particular page as our home page. So if anybody searches the website, or if anybody types the website URL in the browser and hits enter, this is exactly the page that the person is going to come. So this page is our landing page. Okay, so this is where people will land on when they are looking for us, and we are going to create this page and make it just a one-page website. Okay, and that is exactly what we're going to do. So now that we have our homepage done, we can go ahead and then create our menus. Okay, so to create a menu, hover on appearance over here and then click on menus. Okay guys, so we have to set up, currently we don't have any menu. We have to set up a menu name for it. So I'm going to call this one main menu, and then I'm going to display it under primary. So it's going to be our primary menu, and then I'll click on create menu. Okay, so now that I have set up my menu, I have to add up items in the menu. So to add up the items, now the only item I can add from here is home. So I want to add it. Now the rest of the items I'm going to use custom links. So this one over here, custom links. Now if you don't see custom links over here, don't worry, just go to the top over here where you see screen options. Okay, just click on it and then look for custom links, and then check this box over here to tick blue, and then the custom links will appear over here for you. Okay, so now click on custom links. Now we're going to set up all these links: about, services, portfolio, testimonial, and then contact. Okay, we're going to set up all these links over here. So to do that, what we're going to do is we will be going to the back end over here, and then we're going to give a pound sign for this one for now, and then we will say about, and then we're going to add it. So after about, what comes next? We say services. Oh sorry, I'm going to copy this one, use the pound for the URL, and then here will be our services. And then what next? So we have portfolio, we have testimonials, and then contact. So over here we're going to add our portfolio. We'll also add our testimonials, and then the last one will be contact. Okay, so we have 6 menu items over here. Okay, now don't worry about what these particular things are for. Now when we finish creating the website and we are setting the links for the menu items, you know why we created this custom links over here. Okay, so let's click on save changes, and now when we go to the website over here and then we refresh, our menu should appear over here. So as you can see, we have home, about, services, portfolios, testimonials, and then contact. So all this menu is over here. Now of course we will style the menu and then the footer later on, but now that we have our menu, we can go ahead and then start designing our website. So we're going to go to the page that we created. Okay, so I'm going to go to all pages. So that specific page that we created, so as you can see, we have this home page, and then we set the home page to our front page. So click on edit over here, and then now that we are over here, we're going to click on edit with Elementor. So we're going to click on this blue button over here so that we will be able to edit our website using Elementor. Okay guys, so over here it is telling us that create smarter with AI. So Elementor have introduced a new AI thing into our widgets, but that is not what we want. Now this is exactly what I want you guys to note. Okay, activate containers for brilliant layout. So this is what we are going to activate. Okay, so click on activate container over here. If you haven't done it, it will take you to this place, this particular place over here. Now as you can see, we have to activate flexbox container. Okay, so make sure that you activate it, make it active. Okay, so now I also want to activate a new thing, which is the nested what element over here. So to be able to create different widgets into, make it very nice container, put containers into widgets and other stuff. Now nested elements needs to be activated. So I'm going to activate it so that I wouldn't be restricted in whatever I want to do. Okay, so I'll activate it and then just scroll down and then click on save changes. So these are the two things that we have to activate, and then click on save changes. So now that we have activated and click on save changes, now we can go to Elementor. Now look at something over here. What we have is basic, basic. Now after activating it, there will be another thing over here which says container. Okay, so let's refresh it and then let's see if it has taken effect. All right, so as you can see, there is the layout over here which says container. It means that what we did has taken effect. Okay, so that is exactly what we want. So now that we are over here, now let's look at the website that we are going to create. This is the website that we are going to create. So we have this hero session over here. Now for those of you who have watched my previous video, you will learn that I took you through some hero sessions and other stuff that you can be able to create for your own. This one was part of that kind of hero session that we created. Okay, so I used this particular hero session to start creating and designing this one page website over here. So we're going to create this hero session. Now of course this is just a heading title over here with some this short text description over here, and then call to action over here, button over here. Now with the background, it's just a slider with a background overlay, dark blue background overlay. Okay, so that is all what we have to create. So to be able to do that, all we need to do is click over here and then click on this plus icon. Now if you look at this one, this is just a one column thing. Okay, so what we're going to use, this particular container over here. Now the reason why we are using let me show you again. The reason why we are using this and not this is because we want the items that that goes into the container, the direction should be downward, or like it should follow down. It shouldn't follow sideways. Okay, and that is it. So if you look at this one too, this is a row, and this one is a column. Okay, and that is what we want. We want this particular one over here. So make sure you choose this particular one. Now that we have selected our let me close this one. Now that we've selected our what do you call it, our section or our layout. Okay, so what we are going to do is let me click over here, and then I'm going to go to style over here, and then give it a background type. With the background type, I'm going to select the image that I want. Now if you want the image, I'll give you the image, and then I'll also show you where I got this particular image from. Okay, so I'm just going to pull some images in it. So I'm going to go to my desktop, and then I'm going to select my images. So I'm going to select all the images that I'm going to use for this particular website. So I'm going to select all and then drag them into it. Alright guys, so our image has been uploaded, but then one thing I forgot is we are using slider, not image. So we're going to go back. Okay, close back, and then select this slideshow over here. Okay, and then we're going to click on this plus icon, and then we will select the images that we want to use for the slideshow. So I'm going to use this one, I'm going to use this one. Okay, so these three images is what I want to use, and then I'm going to click on create gallery, insert gallery, and now I have my images over there. Now we have to I want to go back over here, and then we're going to make this one like a full width. Okay, and then I want to see how it works. So I'm going to give it a minimum height of 820 let's say 820. Okay, so 820, let me see how it looks like. So it's gonna be looking like something like this. Okay, so I think 820 is what is quite okay. Now that I have 820 set up, now what I need to do is I need to go to style over here, and then with the image, let me just change the size to what cover. With the position over here, I'm going to go to what bottom center. Okay, so I think it's quite okay. The only thing I need to do is to activate this Ken Burns effect. Okay, so I'm going to activate this one, and it's going to be okay for me. Now I want to go to background overlay over here, so I'll choose an overlay that I want. Okay, the color overlay. So I'm going to select this one and then choose what the background overlay. So I'm going to select the classic overlay, and then I'll want to choose this dark color over here. So let me go a little bit darker, and then what I want to do is I just want to increase the opacity to 0.65. Okay, so let's make it 0.75. okay, so this is what's quite okay. Okay, so now we have this one over here, which is quite okay. Now the only thing I need to do is to just click on this plus icon over here, and then I will need to bring in my heading widget over here. So I'm going to bring in the heading widget in it. Okay, so as you can see, this is what the heading widget. Now what is written in it? So it says what web design and digital market. So I'm going to copy this one over here, and then bring it over here, and then just paste it over here. Okay, so web design, digital marketing. Now I'm going to go back to this. I'll click on this 9 dots grip icon over here, and then I'm going to drag in a text widget underneath the heading widget. Okay, so basically we're going to have something like this. Now the only thing I need to do is I just want to add a little bit of the text to it. Okay, so that it's going to be a little bit more. So copy this one again, and then I'll paste, add some few text to it. So basically this is quite okay. Now the next one that I want to do is just bring in a button. Okay, so with the button, we're just going to click on this 9 grip icon to open the widgets panel for us, and then what we are going to do is we're going to search for button. So we're going to drag button from here to this place. Okay guys, so now we have these 3 elements placed successfully. Now all what we need to do is to style the element. So we're going to click on the first one, which is the heading text, and then I'll go to style over here, and then change the color, make it white. Go to typography, and then I want to change the font family, and then also the font size and all those things. So with this one, I'm going to use this Helvetica. Okay, so Helvetica. So I'm going to use this Helvetica, and then I'm going to give it 80. So it's going to be something like this. Now the same applies to this particular one over here. I'm going to go to style, click on this one over here, the style over here, and then I'll also just change this one to white. Yeah, so this color is quite okay, and then I will come over here, change this one to Arial. I'm going to search for Arial. Yeah, this particular one. Okay, and then I'll give here 17. Okay, so I think everything is quite okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is position this one center. The same thing I'm going to do for the heading text also. So I'm going to go to content over here, and then I'll position this one to center. So it's going to be something like this. So the same thing applies to this one. I'm going to go over here, position it in center, and then I'll say what, get started. Okay, so now I want to change, you know, the color and other stuff. So I'll go to style, and then you do all the styling changes over there. So I'm going to give it this this kind of blue color, bluish color, and then I'll save it so that I can be using it what all the time. So I'm going to name it blue, and then click on create. Okay, so with the border radius, okay, I'm going to give it 50 throughout, and then over here I'm going to give it 20 also all around, and then I'll unlink the radius over here, the values over here, and then I'll give the right 30, and then the left also 30. Okay, so let me give 40. So 40, and then this place also 40. Okay, so you can also go ahead, and then increase the typography. So I'm going to check the typography over here. Instead of you know, Roberto, I'm going to give it Helvetica. So I'm going to select this one, and then go over here and then give it like 22. Okay, so let's say 25 is quite okay, or if it's too big, let me say 23. Okay, so this is quite okay. Now with the weight, you can decide to increase it or not. It depends on you. So this is right. Okay, so now the next thing I have to do is just click on this 6 dot over here. Okay, I'm going to click on this 6 dot over here, and then I'm going to just position this one in the center for me. So I'll go to layout over here, and then with the justify center and all those things, you can do it the way that pleases you. So I'm going to click on center, and then also align items. I'm also going to click on center to align all the things. So as you can see, we are almost getting somewhere, but then it's still not good. Okay, so if you look at this one over here, and then if you look at this one, there is some kind of difference in it. So what we're going to do is let's try and see if we can lower the width of the okay, so this is not what we wanted to do. Okay, so I want to change it from full width to box. Okay, and then I want to change this one from 1140 to let's say 800. All right, so 820 is quite okay now. Okay, so 820 looks it looks good. So make sure that you change the content width to box. Okay, and then you can set up your width to you know, any width that you want to set up. So let's say 800. Okay guys, so now that we have our hero session set up over here, we can just click on update to update it, and as you can see, our hero session is done. So guys, take a look at it. Hero session is nicely done. We can go ahead and then start creating the other sessions one after the other. Now if you are feeling lazy to follow whatever I'm doing, and then you just want the template to use on your website, now of course I'll leave a link over there. You can get the template, and then you can also you know, import the template to your website and then use it to do whatever you want to do with it. You just need to download the template from my website. Alright guys, so the next session that we are going to make is this session over here. So as you can see, this is the about session. Okay, so we're going to make this session. Now there's a 2-column section over here. So we're gonna pick a 2-column container. So we're gonna go over here and then click on this plus icon, and then we're gonna pick this 2-column container over here. Okay, so now we're gonna put an image over here, and then we will use this container also for the rest of what we're gonna do. So what we are going to do is I'm gonna click over here, and then over here I'm going to increase the container size a little bit to, let's say, the 820 that we used for the first one. And then I'm going to put an image over here. So I'm going to drag in this image widget over here, and then I'm going to select the image. So let's look at this one over here. So we're going to use this particular image over here. So we're going to use this one. I'll select it, and as you can see, this is the image that we are using. Okay, so let's take a look at it. So this particular image over here, and then the next one is what we're going to write the about us digital marketing agency, and then write this one over there. So let's go over here and then choose a heading widget. So we're going to add the heading widget over here, and then we want to say this is what about us. Okay, and then I'm going to just duplicate this one, and then also what I'm going to do is I'm going to just write this digital marketing agency LLC. Okay, so that is what our company name. So about us, about the digital marketing agency LLC. Now what we're going to do is we also want to copy this one also. So I'll come over here, and then with this one I'm going to use a text widget. So I'm going to add the text widget underneath this. Oh sorry, this is a title widget. I'm going to delete this one. I'll come over here and add this text widget. So I'm going to add it underneath this one. Yeah, so something like this. I'm going to paste this one in it. So yeah, this is how it looks like. Now if you look at this one, there is there is a container, and inside the container there are 2 different containers. Okay, and that is what we did over here. So what we are going to do is we're going to choose a container. Okay, so we're going to choose this container layout, and then we will drag it inside this one. Okay, now we will choose the flow, the direction to be this row over here, and then inside the container we still want to add this container over here, and then I want to duplicate this one. Okay, since the direction is flow, direction is the row direction, is going to be like this. Okay, and that is exactly how you see over here. So 2 different icon boxes over here. So I'm going to choose an icon box. Okay, so I'm going to say box, and then I'm going to choose an icon box. So I'm going to use this particular icon box, and then if you look over here, we have this icon over here, and then this one. So this is motto and this is vision. Okay, so I'm going to write motto. Let me use this one, motto, and then the other one will be vision. So with the motto, I'm going to use let's say this newspaper icon over here. So this is what I'm going to use for the motto, and then with this one also. So I'm just going to copy this one and then paste it over here. Okay, and then I'm going to change this one to vision. Okay, so motto and vision, and then I'm going to change this one to maybe light or something like that. So something like this one over here. Okay, so yeah, perfect. So basically something related to this one. Now even though it's similar to it, it's not really what we wanted, but then it's quite okay. It's quite okay. So guys, as you can see, this is how it looks like. Now over here I'm going to click on this one over here, and I'm going to put the items in the middle. Okay, so this is how it's going to be like. Okay, and then I'll center this one also. Yeah, so we can just give a gap over here, maybe 30, or let's say 40. Okay, at least there should be a gap between these two items. So this is how it looks like. Now we can go ahead and then style them. Okay, so we go to style over here, and then we pick our color. So I'm going to pick this one, and then with this one I'm going to pick this particular one over here. I go over here. Oh, let me finish styling this one, and then I'm going to choose the 14 for it. Okay, or maybe 16. Yeah, so this is quite okay, and then I can just come here and make it normal. Okay, and with this one over here, I'm going to go over here and make it full black. Okay, and change the font family to vertical, and then increase this one a little bit to, let's say, 55. Okay, so this is quite okay. And then this one, I'm going to come over here, go to style, change this one to, let's say, 262626. Okay, so 262626. And then the typography, I'm going to change this one to oh no, Arial. Okay, Arial. So this is okay, and then I'm going to make it 17. Okay, so quite okay. And then we come over here, and then we style this whole thing also. So with the positioning and everything, we're going to position it on the left side. So with the icon, we're going to go over here. Okay, so let me just see if yeah, I'll get the color that I need. Okay, so that is the color I need for the icon, and then the icon I'm going to make it 35. Okay, so 35 is quite okay. And with the content also, let's see how it looks like. So this is pure black, so we're gonna go over here to black. Then the typography, we're going to change it to vertical, and then we'll make this one 18 or 25. Okay, so 25 is also quite too much, so we're gonna make it 22. Okay, and then we'll come over here, make this one 262626, and then the font family will be Arial, and we're going to choose the size to be 17. Yeah, which is what also quite okay. So I'm going to copy this one and then paste style over here. Okay, so that is going to be the same thing. Now one thing we didn't do is the content over here. Align it to the left over here. So I'm going to copy and then paste style. Okay, so something like this is quite okay. And then the background. Okay, so for the background color, I'm going to use this color over here, which I'm going to go over here to style, background type, classic, color. We use this. So as you can see, we have the color matching it perfectly. So guys, this is exactly what we have been able to achieve, which is similar to what we have over here. Okay, so very perfectly done. So now that we have done this session, we can be able to do the next one, which is this particular one over here. Okay, this particular session over here. So with this session also, we're going to copy this one. So let's copy this one, and then we will paste it over here. Okay, and the only thing we're going to do is we're going to add a button underneath. So as you can see, it's just 3 columns. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just remove this particular one, remove this over here, and then add a button over here, and then remove the background. So I'm going to go over here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this one, so that I will be left with these two things, this column over here. So this column, so I'm going to duplicate this column, making it like this. Okay, so as you can see, it is this one over here. Now what we can do is this is 50. Let's see, so all the columns are 50 50 50, but we can just increase some a little bit. So let's go over here and then see if we can increase this one. Okay, so we can increase this one to 70, and make this one 15 15, which will be quite okay. So this one is okay. So I'm going to go over here, and then with this one I'm going to just copy this one and then paste it over here. So it's going to be web design and digital marketing. Okay, so basically that is it. Now over here will be our services. So it's going to be our services. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy this button over here. So I'll come here, right click on it, copy. Okay, and then I'll come here and then right click and then paste. Okay, so with this one I'm going to position it like this, so it's going to have something like this. And then what again, so yeah, so we have to make this 2 columns over here. Okay, so how do we make these 2 columns? It's just similar to how we made the other 2 columns that we deleted. So what we're going to do is I'm going to delete this one over here. I'm going to also delete this one over here. Okay, and then over here I'm going to add an icon box. Okay, so I can copy this icon box over here, come over here and then paste it over here. Okay, then paste this one also over here, making it look like this. Okay, so I'm going to just drag this one to this side a little bit. Okay, so that we will be having something like this. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here, and then let me see if I can make it like 44. Okay, so yeah, so this one is it's quite okay. Now let me look at this one. Okay, so we have these 2 icons over here. Okay, and that is what we are going to do. So this one is responsive web design. So let's just copy this one and come over here. Come over here and then go here. Okay, paste this one in this one, and this one also the same thing. Data marketing services, copy it, come over here. Okay, and then paste this one into it. Now with this we can go and then what, change the icon. Okay, now remember that this time around we are not selecting the icon from the library, but we're going to upload what, SVG. Okay, so I'm going to click on this one over here, and then it'll tell you that enable unfiltered file upload. So I'm going to enable it, and then with this one I can be able to upload my SVG. So I'm going to select file, and as you can see I have a lot of SVGs over here, but I'm going to choose the one that I want for my desktop. So I'm going to go to images, and these are the two SVGs. So this one is the one that I'm going to select, the two of them. I'm going to select the two of them, and I'm going to upload it. Sorry, I'm going to upload them. Okay, so I have my WordPress uploaded. I can go ahead and select it. As you can see, this is it. It doesn't look a little bit bigger. Okay, so I'm going to go to style over here, and just increase the size a little bit. So let's take a look at how this one looks like. So yeah, 100 pixel will be will be fine. This is too much, so let's say 120. Yeah, it will be fine. Okay, so let's go over here also, and then this time around we're going to upload SVG also. So just go to upload files, and then select the social over here and upload it. So this is what we are going to use. We're going to use this particular one over here, and then we also do the same thing to it. So this one is 100 and something. So let's just copy and paste. Okay, so that we are not paste style over here, so that it's going to be almost the same thing that we want. So basically we are through with this. The only thing that we have to do is just click over here and then remove the background from it. So over here we're going to just remove the background, making it a white background. Okay, so the only thing also over here is that we want to reduce the minimum height a little bit to, let's say 650. Okay, so this is also quite okay. Now what again are we doing? So the next step is also with this portfolio over here. So also we're going to showcase our works over here. So I'm going to copy this layout over here. So I'll copy it, and then this time around I'll come and paste it underneath the services. So I'm going to paste this one over here. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Okay, so now what do we do? So we want to showcase our our works. Okay, so I'll click over here and then just write our works, and then over here I'll say our portfolio. Okay, and then over here, instead of showcasing displaying the motto and the vision, we're going to delete this one, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add an image over here. Delete this one also, and then also just copy this one and paste it over here. Okay, so we're going to showcase images over here. So just let's pick an image. So let's look at this one. So we have these 4 images over here. So let's go over here. Now pick an image that we want to use for it. So we want to use this one, and then what again? Social, and okay, so we just want to use this one for here, and then also want to use social image, the social icon image or the social media image for this one also. So we just need to do some small styling for it so that we have everything fixed as we want. So now, as you can see, this is what a container within container. Okay, so this is the container, first container, and this is what second what container. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to tackle the first container first, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to advanced, and then remove all kind of like a padding and margin from it. Okay, and then from there I'm going to go to the second container also, and then I'm going to go and also remove all padding and margin from it. Okay, I'm going to do so to this one also. Go over here and remove all padding and margin from it. Okay, so now this is how it looks like. And then to access the first container, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use navigator over here, and then I'm going to go to, okay, let me see, this is the third one that we are dealing with. Oh, this is the second one. So this one is what we are dealing with now. Oh, this one's what we are dealing with, sorry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. Oh, okay, so we're dealing with what the this is the heading container. Yeah, we're dealing with this one, particular one. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to click on this container, and then I'm going to go to layout over here, and then with the layout I want to remove what the gap from it. So as you can see, there is no particular gap in it. Okay, now the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to go to advanced over here, and then just give it an all-round padding of 5. Okay, as you can see, I have it over here, and then or I can decide to even give this one 0. Then just go to the first inner container, and then give it an all-round padding of 5. Okay, go to the second inner container, and also give it an all-round padding of 5, which is going to be something like this. Now we can click on the first container, and then what we're going to do is we just duplicate it. Oh, what we do is where is the first container? So this is the container, right? Yeah, so if we duplicate it, it wouldn't really work because the flow is going to be like this. Let me see. Okay, so this is the container, so we can just duplicate it. It's supposed to work here. We can just duplicate it like this, and it will work. Okay, so just use the navigator over here, and then duplicate it. And as you can see, we have the containers with matching perfectly over here. Now we can decide, you go ahead and change this images over here. So let's look at the image over here. So this one and that one. Okay, so we're going to use this one over here, and then we will use this one also over here, this one particular image over here. So guys, as you can see, everything is working perfectly fine. Okay, now let's look at how this one looks like. So we can go ahead and then let's see, this is what the whole container is go to advanced over here, give it top margin of, let's say, negative 30 or maybe negative 20. Okay, so it's going to what, make sure that the columns are almost the same, okay, everywhere. The spacing within the images are the same everywhere, okay, which is what we needed now. So you give it to it margin, negative top margin of what, 20, and it will fix that issue for you. Now we're going to go over here and then insert an image that we want to use for that particular part. So we're going to use this image over here, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to style the image small. So if you look at the image over here, the only thing is what they have corner, round corner thing. So border radius, we're going to give it to what, 50, and that solves what our problem for us. So guys, this is how we fix this issue. So all what we're going to do is, if you want to increase the minimum height, you can go ahead and increase it, but I think 850 is quite okay. So that is with the next session, the portfolio also. Now the next session that we're going to deal with is the testimonials over here. So with the testimonials, it's also similar to what this particular session over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this session and then come over here and paste it over here. Okay, so what we're going to write is our testimonials over here. Okay, what people are saying. We want to get it, and then we say what people are saying about us. So what people are saying about us, and then we can go ahead and put in some two testimonials over here. So you can go ahead and put in some 2 testimonials. So I'm going to go over here, and then I want to change this one, so I will delete this one, then search for testimonials, and then drag in this testimonial over here. Okay, and I'll just just go ahead and style this one. So I'm going to go to choose an image for it. I'm going to go and choose an image. So I'm going to use this lady over here for this one, and then what's the name, Trisha Johnson. Okay, so I'm going to call this lady Trisha Johnson. She's a fashion designer. So this is what Trisha, and she's a fashion designer. Okay, so let's go and style Trisha's on. So we pick this one and then give it this is content. So we're gonna give it to 262626. Okay, and then we pick this one and give it Arial. Sorry, we pick this one and also give it 17. Okay, and then yeah, it's normal. And then we go to the image is okay, the name, go to the name, we go and pick the color that we want, we go to the typography, we make it Helvetica, and then we just give it 25. Okay, so 25 is too big, 20 is also too big, so let's say 18 is quite okay. Okay, so the same thing applies to the title. We just give it 252525. So let's say 262626. Sorry, So let's say 2626. Let me see how this one looks like here. So let's say 262626, and then with this one we're also going to give it to it vertical. Okay, so basically that is it. Now all what we're going to do is also delete this one over here, and then just duplicate or copy and paste this one over here, and then we just change the details. So I'm going to use this guy over here, then we want to say this guy is what, John Doe. Okay, and John Doe is just a designer. Or who is John Doe? Yeah, he's just a designer. So basically we have what people are saying about us also done. Now the next one that we're going to do is what is our contact, connect with us. So also we're going to use this particular form. We're going to use this particular container over here. So we'll copy this container and then come and paste it on over here. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're just going to delete the things that we don't need. So basically we don't need so many things. So I'm going to go to navigator over here, and then just go through the ones that we don't need. So what don't we need? Yeah, so with this one we don't need this container. Okay, so I'm gonna delete it. We also don't need let me see. Okay, we also don't need this container over here. So I'm going to okay, so we need this container. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the inner ones from it. Okay, so I'm going to just delete this one, and then just keep this container over here. So with this one, what we're going to do is if you look at this particular one over here, it have icon list over here. So that is what I use. So I use icon list. So with this one I'm going to reduce the text a little bit. So I'm going to reduce the text a little bit. So let's just reduce the text a little bit. So over here we're going to use icon list. So let's just type in list over here and then drag in the icon list over here. Okay, so when you drag in the icon list over here, what else do you do? With this particular icon, with this particular list, I'm going to delete this one, and then keep this only one. And then over here I'm going to just write the location of the business that we are we are making. Now I'm going to change this one to building. Okay, select this particular one. Okay, and then again, I'm going to go to style. So go to style, then with the icon, this is the list spacing. With the icon I'll just change the color to our blue color, and then with the size we can increase it a little bit to let's say 35. Okay, so 35 is quite okay. And then yeah, 35 is quite okay. Yeah, so all what we need to do again is go to the text, choose the the font that we need. So we need Arial. So I'm going to choose this one, make it 17, then go to the font color. I'm going to choose 262626. Okay, so basically we are good to go. Then I'm going to go to the icon side again, the content, and I'm going to duplicate this list. So I'll duplicate it, come over here, what do we have? We have what? Phone, and then we have email. So I'm going to duplicate this one also twice. So I'm going to change this one to what? Phone. Okay, so I'm going to use this particular one, and then just insert my make it anyhow that you want it. So your phone number, you paste it over there. Just paste your phone number over here. Okay, and that is it. Now with the same thing applies to this one also. This one is what is email. So we're going to search for envelope, and we're going to use this envelope sign, and then just paste in your email address over there. So basically everything is working fine. Okay, so that is it. So now we've done with our icon list. What we're going to do is we want to create a space between. Okay, so let's just create nice spacing between it. So let's make it like 15. Okay, which is quite okay. Now the next one that we're going to do is to add social icons at the bottom. So we go over here and then search for social, and then we're going to drag this social icon at the bottom. And now guys, as you can see, position it or align it at the left side. Now let's go to style over here. Instead of official color, we're going to use a custom color. And with a custom color, the primary color, we will use our blue primary color over here. Now with the official color, what we're going to do is we're going to just copy this background color over here. So we want to use the background color so that it blend well with it. Now with the size, you can play around it. Okay, so let's just play around it. And then with the border radius and other things, you can choose between any radius that you want. So let's say you want the border radius of 50, then we can just play around the size. So let's just say 20 is it's quite okay. Okay, so now I think everything is set. The only thing left is to add, let me close this one, to add the form over here. So this one I'm going to delete this particular one over here, and then it will be left for us to add the form. So let me just click on update, and then we're going to add our form over here. So to add the form, all what we need to do is to go back to our dashboard. Okay, so we have to go back to our dashboard and then create a form. So go back to our dashboard, and then we hover on WP forms over here, then we click on all forms, and then since we don't have any form, we just need to click on create form. Okay, so let's go. So we're just going to use the simple contact form. So click on it. Oh, you just click on use over here. Now if you see this timer going, it's just a form challenge, so you can decide to delete it. If it's not going, you can just decide to close it over here. It will be gone. So over here I'm just going to click and then do some few editing. So click on edit. So I'm going to click on this one, and then with the first slash I'm going to change it to simple over here, and then go to advanced over here, and then change this one to large. Okay, the same thing applies this one. I'm going to go to advanced, change the medium to large. Okay, so now I have this form done. Now of course, if you want to check the settings of it, you can go ahead and check the settings. So this is the general settings. Okay, and then spam and protection security, you have your notifications, and then you have your what confirmations. If everything is done for you, just click on save over here. Okay, so now I don't know why this embed is not activated, but then let me just click again. Okay, so now let me go back and then see something. If the form is created, we just pick the shortcode. Yeah, so the form is created. Okay, so as you can see, the form is what is created for us. Now I don't know which one is which, but all what I need is what is the form. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy the latest one, which is a 39. I'm just going to copy the shortcode. So I'll copy this shortcode, come over here, and then click on this one and then search for shortcode. Okay, and then drag in the shortcode widget over here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste in my form over here. So guys, as you can see, this is how the form looks like. Okay, so now the form looks like this, but I want it to to look like this. So I just need some few editing tweaks, and then I'll be good to go. So first of all, I'll go to advanced over here, and then I'll just create an all-round pattern for my form. Okay, so I'm gonna go give it 20. Okay, now click on the the edit container, go to this place, which is background, and then give it a white background. Okay, so I'm going to give it a white background for it. Now I'm going to go to advanced over here and also create a pattern of, let's say, 10 for it, or maybe 20 for it. Okay, now after that, I'll still come back to style over here, and then give it a border, and then with this one I'm going to give it a solid border. I'm going to give it 2, and then I'm going to give it our theme color, okay, that we are using. So as you can see, everything is quite working. I'm going to give it a border radius of 20, okay, or let's say 50. Okay, 50 is too much, so I'm going to give it 30 or 20. Yeah, which anyone is good. Okay, so I'm going to give it border radius of 20, and then let me look at this one, how it looks like. So yeah, I think it's the only thing left with the shadow. So with the shadow, I'm going to give it a box shadow. Okay, so as you can see, this is the box shadow. Now I want to just give it this kind of a box shadow. So something like a bluish box shadow. Okay, and then with a spread, I can decrease the spread anyhow I want it. Yeah, so I think this one is quite okay. Now all what I need to do is just to update it, and then I am good to go. So guys, as you can see, we are good to go. Okay, so we are done with our one page website. So now we are almost done. The only thing left is to just make sure that this website really fits in mobile and then other devices. Okay, so what we're going to do is make it mobile responsive. So to do that, it's also very simple. Just click on the responsive mode over here. Okay, and then let's make it mobile responsive. So I'm going to go straight to the tablet, and if I think the tablet is okay, I'll just leave it as it is. Okay, so as you can see, the tablet is not really okay. I just need to do some few tweaking. So I'm going to click over here and then go to the minimum height. Okay, reduce the minimum height a little bit. So let's say 600. Let's say 600 is quite okay. And then over here also, let's see. Okay, so this one is also okay. Let's go to this place. So this is where it becomes a little bit messy. So we're gonna go over here, and then the direction. Okay, with the direction, we're gonna make it vertical over here. So as you can see, it's now working a little bit. So now you can increase this side, okay, just increase it a little bit so that it fits really well, okay. And then the same way applies to this one. If you think it's not okay for you, you can change the direction. But yeah, so with this one also, we're going to change the direction, the column items direction, then make it the way we want it. Then just increase this one also, the height a little bit, okay. So going to increase it to so this one is also quite okay, and this one is also okay. Now let's go to the mobile side, okay. So with the mobile side, we just need to adjust some few things. So we go over here, click, and then reduce the size, okay. So just reduce the size. So I think 35 is quite okay. With this one also, we can just reduce the size, but basically I feel like this one I could just hide it, okay. So I'll go to advanced over here, and then go to responsive over here, and then I'll hide it on tablet, so that people will not see it, okay. And then I'll come back over here, click on this particular container, and then go to let's go to layout over here, then reduce the layout a little bit. So it's gonna be something like this. So we can still even go for further. So let's make it like 400, okay, so that it will be something like something like this, okay. So if you feel like this one is also too big, we can still go ahead and then just reduce it to 30, okay. So basically everything is working in place. You can still also reduce the size of this particular one. So let's go over here, go to this place, and then just reduce this one to, let's say, 13 or 14, okay. So with this one, we can go ahead, copy this one, come to where every button is, and then just paste style, okay, to reduce the size of it. Just paste style, okay. And then with this one also, we can go ahead and then reduce so 30 is okay. So 30 is okay. This one also, we can reduce its size to 14 or 15. Yeah, 15 is it's okay. So we go over here, the same thing, go to text, reduce the size to 15, okay. You can also reduce the icon size from 35 to, let's say, 25, okay. So the same applies to this one also. Just make sure that everything is perfectly done, okay. Yeah, so I think this one we are good to go. So I can just click on here, copy, come over here, and then make it paste style, okay. So as you can see, everything is falling into place, paste style. Just changing the heading, all the headings, we changing the size of the headings. So as you can see, everything is working perfectly. Now we go over here also. So let me just scroll down and then pick what we did from here. So copy this one, come over here, click over here, paste style, click over here, paste style, So the same thing applies to it, to this thing over here. We paste style, and then we paste style to over here. So as you can see, now everything is what is working perfectly. With this one, we can what increase the, yeah, we can increase it a little bit. Yeah, so the same thing applies to this one also. We can increase the size a little bit. Okay, so this one I think is what is up to its maximum. But what we can do is we can go over here and then just give it, you know, an all-round padding of 20. Okay, an all-round padding of 20, and then just unlink the values and give it a top of 50 and a bottom of what 50. Yeah, so this one will be okay. The same thing applies to what this one also. If you have to increase it, we increase it. Okay, this one also we can do same. If you have to what increase it, we increase it. Okay, so I think everything is what is now working perfectly. Okay, so everything is now working perfectly. We are good to go. Everything is fine, everything is good. Yeah, so now guys, our website is now what mobile responsive, and we can just go ahead and then update it. Okay, so now that we've updated it, and then now that we now have our website really functioning the way we want, all what we need to do is to fix the heading, the header and then the footer. Now to do so, we're gonna go straight to our dashboard, and then locate where we can see appearance, then we click on customize. So as you can see, this one have a simple header, okay, with a button on top and then a small footer over here. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going. So this is a transparent and then with a sticky header combined. That's what we're going to do. So we click on header over here, and then with the header, what we are going to do is we want to make a transparent header. So we click on transparent. So as you can see below here, when you scroll down, there is transparent, there is a sticky. Okay, so we enable the transparent one. Now the moment you enable it, it takes effect on your website. That is it. So we can go ahead and then go to design, and then just set up our design colors and other stuff. So we'll style it. So I'm going to choose white for it, because white is the one which is visible. Okay, so as you can see, everything is working perfectly. Now with the navigation colors also, we choose white for the initial one, and then we can go ahead and choose any other color for what we want it to stand. So I'm just going to choose some color, random colors for it. I'm going to choose this one, and then choose an active one also. I'm going to choose this one. Okay, so something like this is what is quite okay. Now over here I want to add a button, so I'll click on this main row and then add a button. Now I want the button to say get started. So I'll say alright, get started in it. So I'll click on the the settings icon, then write in get started. Okay, and then I'll just put a pound sign over here, but I want this one to link to the contact. So what I'm going to do is I will put pound and write contact beside it, which definitely I'll be linking all of them. You see how I link it. So just just write it just like this, as you can see, and then when we link it, you see. Now with the button style and all those things, I'm going to leave it as it is. I'll go to design over here, and then I'll give it a a border radius of 50. Okay, so that it's going to be like a rounded corners like that. Now I think with the buttons, I think everything is quite okay. All what I need to do is, if I want to change the button color, like make it anyhow I want it. So let's say I want to make it something like this. So yeah, I think this one is also okay. Now you can go ahead and then change the typography and all those things. That is the font over here. I'm not going to do that for now, because you know how to do it. I don't want to waste my time. Now let's go to the primary navigation. Okay, so over here we're going to click on this one over here, and then what we're going to do is we just want to design. Go to design over here, and then we want to pick the font and other stuff. So as you can see, this is how the primary navigation really looks like. Okay, so the font itself is over here. We want to use the general font that we are using for the website. So we're going to pick this Helvetica font, okay, or this one, any of this. Okay, and then with the style and the size, I'm going to keep it as it is for now, but with the style, I'm going to make it like a bold over here. Okay, a little bit bold, yeah. And then with the navigation, I think the color and all those things, you can decide to play around it, but I'm going to leave it as it is. Okay, so now that I think my header is okay, what I need to do is go back and then go to sticky header. Now remember that we are using sticky we are using sticky header on this particular website. So when you scroll, you see the header being sticky. That's exactly what we want to. So we want to enable sticky over here. We say yes, and then what we're going to do is we'll have to customize the sticky header items over there. So when we scroll, you see that this is how it becomes. We cannot see anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to design over here, and then with the site title, also want to change it to to black, so that when we scroll, it's going to be black. Then with the navigation, the initial ones, we're going to make it all black, and then with the hover, we just choose some colors that really will match with the one that we chose. Let's copy this one and then also paste it over here. So guys, if we scroll, this is how it's going to be like. Okay, yeah, perfectly well. Now I think this is quite okay. Yeah, this is quite okay. So we can go ahead and then play around it all around, make it the way you want it. So this is our navigation, right? This is it. This is how it looks like. Okay, so if you're okay with it, now all what we need to do is we just need to go to the logo over here and then change our logo. Okay, so if you go to logo, you go to the the logo over the general over here, that is the side identity. You can choose your logo that you want. So with the logo that I want, is it here? No, it is not here. So I'm just going to go ahead and then look for the logo that I want. Okay, so let me just go to downloads over here. I think I have it in my downloads. I'm just going to yeah, so this is the logo that I want. Just a common responsive, web design logo. So I'm just going to select it and then go ahead and crop it. And then all what I want to do is just to make it a little bit smaller. Okay, and then I'm going to just choose the layout to be just logo. Okay, I don't want a logo and a title, so I just want just logo. So let's make it like 130 or so. Yeah, so basically this is it. Now how I want it to appear on on mobile and other stuff too, you can decide to make it the same. So if this one is okay, so let's say this is what I want this one to be 125. Okay, so 100 is what is okay. So I want this one to be 100. Okay, and that is it. So with the mobile navigation also, we can add our button over here. Go ahead and then edit the button, give it the get started. Okay, so let's take a look at how it looks. Now this how it looks. Okay, now we can give it the pound sign and then the contact, and then you can even change the colors and other stuff with it. Okay, so we go to design over here, then make it all around, and then you can set your colors and everything, but I'm not going to do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to off canvas over here, and then I want to change the background of the pop-up. Okay, so over here I want to choose a darker color over here. So I think this one is it's quite okay for me. So you can go ahead and then play around with with all the settings over here, but I'm not going to waste time over here. I just want to show you how you can be able to customize it and then make it your own. So now I think we are done with basically the header. Okay, so we are done with the header. We can go ahead and then just customize the footer. So I'm going to go to the footer over here, click on footer, and then we just have only the copyright to customize, because that is we just want a small footer over here. So with this one, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the team credit and then type in my company name, Kitech Digital, over here, and then just say powered by. Okay, and then with this one I'm going to use this sign to separate this things over here. Now I'm going to position it in the middle of it, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a darker color. Okay, so with the background I'm going to give it this kind of like a darker blue color. Okay, yeah, something like this. And then with the widget content, I'm going to make it like a grayish color over here. And then what again, let's say with the link style we don't want any underline. So what happens is over here there is no link over here, but we can link this one. Okay, so as you see, you can insert a link. So just highlight it and then highlight what you want to link, and then just type in your link over there. So I've done my linking already. Now if I go to design over here, I can change the the font. Okay, so let's say I want to use Arial. Okay, or maybe this one over here. And then you can set up everything that you want to set up over here, and then with the link colors you can play around it. So when it is it is not hovered, or this the initial color, you want it to be pure white, and then when it is hovered you want it to say a different thing altogether. So when it's over, I want it to be something like this, and then I say it shouldn't be what underlined. So basically this is my small footer. I can go ahead and then publish it. So guys, as you can see, we are almost through with the website. So let's go ahead and then go to the website itself. So let's take a look at how it looks like. Okay, so from the beginning, when we haven't we're about to design it, this is how it looks like. Now when we refresh it right now, this is how the website now looks like. Okay, everything is customized, and we are good to go. Now the only thing left is for us to link this link these menu items together. Okay, so how do we link these menu items? Now it's also very simple. Now we're going to go to the Elementor page builder over here, and now with each container we want to set up a class, a CSS ID for it. Okay, so what we are going to do is over here with this first container, we want to go to it advanced, and then we set up a CSS ID. Okay, CSS ID for it. Now you write the ID without the pound sign. Okay, so we over here I'm going to write as about. Okay, so as you can see, this is about. Now I'll go over here also, and then this is our services. So I'm going to choose our services. So I'm going to go to advanced over here, and then with the CSS side I'm going to write services over here. Now just remember the IDs that you are giving it, because we're going to use the ID to create links for it. So over here also we want to say portfolio. Okay, so I want to go over here and then give it to portfolio. Okay, now with the next one also is testimonials. Okay, so go to advanced of it and then give it the ID as testimonials. Okay, so the last one is contact. So basically we're going to write contact. Okay, so guys, we are done. Let's update it. Now we are going to link it to the menu items over here. Now how do we do that? Let's go back to our dashboard. Let's go to menus. Okay, so appearance, menus. Now remember the custom links that we set for all the menu items. This is where we want to add all the IDs that we created. Okay, so with the ID for the about section, it is about. Remember, so add it to the pound sign over here. Okay, now let's go to the same thing. The ID for the services is services. Okay, and then just add it to the pound sign. So ID for the portfolio is also portfolio. Okay, and then the ID for testimonials is also testimonials. So just add it to the pound sign, and then you are good to go. And this one is contact. Okay, now that we have set up all our links, all what we need to do is to click on save menu. Okay, so now let's come over here, refresh the website, and now let's see if it works. So we're gonna click on about, and as you can see, it moves us to about us. Let's click on services, it moves us to there. Let's click on portfolio, we go over there. Let's click on testimonials, we are there. Click on contact, and we are there. Okay, so now let's go to home again, and then this time around we're going to test the button. So let's click on contact, and as you can see, it takes us to a contact. Now why does it take us? Because we have already linked the button. Remember that I told you to write the pound sign and then the contact, okay, over there, and we are good to we are good to go. So you do so for all the buttons on the website. So over here we haven't linked it, so if you go to here you click on this one over here, and remember, when you go to the content, and then you can link it, okay, as £sign or hash contact. So you do so for all the buttons over here, so that whenever somebody clicks on it, it takes the person to to the contact. So this one also contact, and then I think we are good to go. So we just click on update, and then now when we refresh this website, everything will be activated for us to use. So when we click over here, it takes us to our contact page. Okay, so guys, I hope this web design course or tutorial over here helps you to design your own one-page website that you want. Now I would love you to, the only thing I would love you to do for me now is to like this video, and then subscribe to the channel for me. Share to your friends and family, so that they will also learn how to create their own website. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.